Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're focusing on something really key for getting ahead professionally,
hmm
mastering those essential business conversations in English.
Yeah, absolutely. Think about negotiations or presentations or even just, chatting with colleagues.
Exactly. Being clear, being confident.
Yeah,
It's not just about being understood, is it? It genuinely opens doors.
it really does. In today's business world, it's pretty much essential. It's the foundation, really.
So, to help build that foundation, we're going to break it down into five main areas, kind of a roadmap for you.
Okay.
First up, business meetings. How to actually take part effectively, maybe even lead one.
Crucial.
Then, negotiations and presentations. We'll look at specific phrases, strategies for being, persuasive.
Good one.
We'll also cover networking and small talk, building those all-important connections.
Ah, yes, the coffee break conversations.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Then email and phone etiquette, keeping things professional, written or spoken.
Can't forget those.
And finally, handling difficult situations.
Hmm.
Things like complaints or conflicts, doing it with a bit of grace.
Right. So the aim here isn't just a vocabulary list.
Yeah.
It's about understanding why these things work, giving you practical tools, and hopefully more confidence in these everyday business situations.
Okay, let's dive right in then. Business meetings. They're just so central, aren't they? For teamwork, decisions, getting it right in English is fundamental.
Totally. And how you start a meeting, it actually has a huge impact on how productive the whole thing is.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah.
A good professional opening,
Yeah.
it sets the tone, gives focus.
Exactly.
So if you're the one chairing, you might kick off with, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. Shall we start by quickly looking at the agenda? Something like that.
Yeah. Polite, clear, gets everyone on the same page. Or even simpler, if time's tight, just, okay, let's get started.
That works too. Quick and efficient.
And it's not just down to the person in charge, is it?
No, good point.
As a participant, you could ask something like, before we dive in, should we quickly introduce any new faces?
Oh, that's a great one. Really inclusive. Makes everyone feel part of it from the start.
Mm-hmm. Helps people feel more comfortable chipping in later.
Definitely. Other useful starters.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, so the main purpose of today's meeting is gets everyone focused.
Or just checking, has everyone had a chance to see the agenda? Practical stuff.
Right. So once the meeting's rolling, how about actually, contributing, sharing your ideas?
Yeah. Important, but you've got to do it respectfully, haven't you? Constructively.
That's the trick, being assertive without, steamrolling the conversation.
Right.
So if you disagree, maybe try something softer. Like, I see your point, and that's interesting. But I wonder if we could look at it another way, perhaps considering.
Yeah, acknowledges their point first, smooth, or if you want to add something.
Yeah, interrupting politely.
Exactly. Maybe, sorry, if I could just jump in there for a second. I think we also need to think about the budget implications.
Using that, if I could just jump in, or could I add something here? Signals you want to speak without just talking over them.
Mm-hmm. Keeps the flow going. And for just generally giving your view,
Phrases like, well, from my perspective, or I tend to agree, but maybe.
we should also consider X.
Yeah.
Or, based on my experience, that adds weight, doesn't it? Grounding it in reality.
It does. Okay, so we've contributed. What about wrapping things up? Closing the meeting.
Just as important, a good closing brings clarity. Everyone knows what happens next.
Avoids that, so
Mm-hmm.
what did we actually decide?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling afterwards. You need clear next steps, accountability.
Absolutely. So the chair might say something like, okay, to quickly summarize, we've agreed on the main points. John, you'll handle the report by Friday, right?
And Sarah, you're looking into the client feedback for next week's catch-up. Does that work? Pinning down those action items.
Exactly. Other useful closing phrases. Right, let's wrap up then. Signals the end is near.
Any final thoughts or questions before we finish? Gives that last chance for input.
And always good to end with a thanks everyone for your time and input today. Leaves things on a positive note.
Okay, good stuff. Let's switch gears a bit now. Negotiations and presentations. Big ones.
Definitely. Your English communication here can, make or break a deal or how well your message lands.
Persuasion and confidence are key, aren't they?
They really are. Whether you're trying to find that sweet spot in a negotiation or, really connect with your audience in a presentation, clear, persuasive language is crucial.
Let's tackle negotiations first. It's that dance, isn't it? Finding common ground, but still getting what you need. Tact and clarity are vital.
Mm-hmm. Builds trust. Like imagine a buyer saying, Look, we're definitely interested, but honestly, the price is a bit higher than our budget allows. Is there any room to discuss that?
Yeah, see, they're clear about the interest in the problem, but they're inviting a conversation, not just saying no.
Exactly. And the seller could respond with something collaborative, like,
Yeah.
okay, I understand where you're coming from. How about this? What if we looked at a slightly larger order volume that might let us offer a better price per unit? Would that be worth exploring?
Nice. Acknowledges the issue, proposes a specific alternative. It keeps the door open.
It's about finding solutions together, not just sticking to your guns. So phrases like,
What if we compromise on? Or could we consider?
yeah, opening up options, or maybe explaining your side. Our offer reflects X and Y.
Let's see if we can find a middle ground that works for both of us. Emphasizes partnership.
Right. Now, presentations. Another area where confidence and structure in English really matter.
Oh, massively.
Right.
A clear, well-delivered presentation it just
Uh-huh.
builds so much credibility. Makes your message stick.
Think about how someone might start. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to cover three main things. First, the latest market trends. Second, our strategy and response. And finally, the results we expect to see.
See, right away, you know what you're getting. It gives the audience a clear map.
And you need phrases to guide them through it, like,
Okay, first let's take a look at, or moving on to my next point.
as you can clearly see from this chart, drawing attention to visuals.
And wrapping it up strongly. So, in conclusion, based on everything we've seen, I recommend clear takeaway.
Exactly. Structure and clarity are your friends here.
Okay, let's shift again. Networking and small talk. Sometimes feels a bit fluffy, but it's actually super important.
It really is. Those connections you make, the relationships you build, they can be incredibly valuable down the line. It's not just about swapping business cards.
True. It's about genuine connection. So how do you even start those conversations, say, at a conference without feeling awkward?
Often, simple is best. Just be genuine. You could literally just walk up and say, hi, I'm name from company. Quite a turnout today. What brings you to the event?
Yeah, it's open, friendly, invites them to share. Easy.
And they might reply, oh, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm here mainly to catch up on the latest industry trends. Boom, you've got a starting point.
And then you need to keep it going, right? Show some actual interest.
Definitely ask questions like, oh, interesting. How long have you been working in this field?
Or, what's your take on that keynote speaker this morning? Or, what are the biggest challenges you're seeing in your area right now?
Yeah, things that invite more than just a yes-no answer. And if you click,
Don't forget to connect. Hey, it was really great chatting. Mind if I add you on LinkedIn? Or, let's stay in touch.
perfect, makes the connection more solid.
Okay, next up, email and phone etiquette. Back to basics maybe, but so easy to get wrong.
Oh, absolutely. In this digital age, it's how we often make our first or most frequent impressions. Professionalism here is non-negotiable.
Totally. Your emails, your phone calls, they reflect on you and your company. Let's start with emails. Clarity, being concise, and politeness seem key.
Definitely. Think about this example. Dear Ms. Jones, hope you're having a good week. Just following up on our chat last Tuesday about the project timeline. I've attached the draft schedule, as promised. Please let me know if it works for you. Best regards, your name.
Right. It's got the polite opening, clear purpose, refers back to the conversation, action item, attachment, and a professional close. Ticks all the boxes.
Efficient, respectful, easy to act on. That's what you want.
So useful phrases for your own emails might include, I'm writing regarding, or just checking in about.
Could you please clarify when you need more info?
Please find attached is
Well-
standard. And closings like, looking forward to hearing from you, or please let me know if you need anything else.
All standard professional stuff. And on the phone. Similar principles, really.
Yeah, answer professionally, state your name, your company.
Listen properly. Don't interrupt too much.
Speak clearly, not too fast, not too slow.
And keep it focused, polite. Respect their time. Same as email, really.
Okay, final area then. Handling those difficult situations.
Yeah, nobody likes dealing with complaints or disagreements, but they happen. Knowing how to handle them professionally in English, that's a really valuable skill.
It really shows your professionalism, doesn't it? How you react under pressure.
Absolutely. Staying calm, showing you understand, and focusing on fixing the problem. That's the goal.
So imagine a customer's upset. They say, look, I'm really not happy with how long this is taking.
Okay, deep breath first. Then a good response might be, okay, I sincerely apologize for the delay and the frustration this has caused. I understand why you're unhappy. Let's figure out how we can resolve this right now. Can you tell me a bit more about?
Yeah, that hits the key points. Apology